Hi, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Aparna. I'm a journalist, gemologist, and designer here at Swapnanjali Jewelry Studio in Pune. I talk about jewelry history, gemstones, as well as Vedic astrology and its association with gemstones, which is what today's video is about. It is about mine, Elizabeth, Cleopatra, and almost every jewelry lover's top three, if not the top most adored gemstones, without a modicum of the doubt. Drum rolls for Panna or emerald. Now, in my last two videos, if you go and see them, I spoke about the modalities of the planets, the polarities of the planets, whether they are masculine, they're feminine, and by association, their gemstones, whether they're masculine or feminine. The decidedly masculine planets and their gemstones are the Sun, Ruby, Jupiter, Yellow Sapphire, and Mars, Coral. The decidedly feminine element planets are Venus, Diamond, and Moon, Pearl. The ones that are controversial or Vadagrasta are three: Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. Saturn is said sometimes to be feminine, sometimes to be masculine. If you ask me, or rather if you point a gun to my head, I'm going to choose masculine for Saturn. Rahu, without a modicum of a doubt, is feminine, at least for me. There is a school of thought that says it is masculine or it's in some category of its own. Ketu also I would put in a masculine category, but there is a school of thought that puts it in a neutral category. But without a doubt, the planet that is decidedly in the neutral category in the midst of these two is Mercury or Buddha, and the beautiful gemstone it represents, emerald. I relocated myself slightly away from the window because if you hear some Bihari music playing, it's a Sunday and the Bihari construction workers next door just want to have fun. So let's all enjoy Bihari music if you hear it. Coming to Indian astrology or Vedic astrology and the implications of Mercury or Buddha, he was the illegitimate child of Tara, who was the wife of Brihaspati, Jupiter, masculine element, and Chandra, who is the feminine element, Chandradev, who was the moon god. So Chandradev and Tara had an affair, and Buddha was the result of it. You can also see it as Jupiter, wisdom, Chandradev, which is your emotions, and the result of this affair was intelligence, which is Buddha. In Greek mythology, he was known as Hermes, or in French, if you will, Hermes, the winged son of Maya, who was a nymph, and the king of gods, Zeus. His counterpart in Roman mythology was Mercury, who was the son of Jupiter and Maya. Now, any culture you take across the world, Mercury or Buddha is the youngest, fastest moving planet, known as the Prince of Planets. He controls communication, is quick witted, fast talking, but in Greek and Roman mythology, he's also known as a trickster, somebody you cannot rely on, which is reflected in Mercury's primary sign, that is Gemini, and its secondary sign is Virgo, that has more to do with the intellect. Gemini is associated with the duality, but what we typically see as the trickery of Gemini or the two-facedness of a Gemini can be interpreted as this wonderful ability to glide between, with all its youthfulness and charm, to glide between very strict gender binaries. Gemini doesn't believe in anything that is strictly feminine or strictly and traditionally masculine. It just easily glides like its air element between these, and that's what makes it fascinating. One of my most fabulous and favorite concepts in fashion, in art, as well as jewelry is a very, very Gemini concept, and it is that of. Now, for people who have very strict and very traditional, very distinct notions of gender or people or polarities, like the feminine is feminine, the masculine is masculine, never shall the twain meet, are challenged by the duality and fluidity of Mercury, which is best represented in Gemini, and by the emerald or Panna. One of our most preeminent writers of the 20th century, Virginia Woolf, was a passionate advocate of Androgyny, she argued that a non-binary mind is one of the best kind of minds because it can combine, or it can effortlessly blend the empathy of the feminine and the logic of the masculine. Unfortunately and very sadly, in Vedic astrology or traditional Vedic astrology, Gemini is one of the signs that is considered napunsak, a very uncharitable word I feel, or barren. Now, the four signs that are considered barren are the two Mercury signs, Virgo, Gemini, as well as Ketu and Leo. Ketu and Leo, because the heat is so much that apparently it kills all fertility. And it is said in traditional Vedic astrology that when the moon is in Virgo, Gemini, Ketu, or Leo is not a good time for conceiving children. But honestly, is copulating and populating the earth a 21st century priority? I believe it's not. I mean, if you want to do it, it's your personal choice, but it's not a priority for our times or for the planet either. But Gemini's intellect, Gemini's duality, and Gemini's ability to blend the masculine and feminine is definitely a must for the 21st century, and especially the hardline times that we live in, which is why the emerald remains an evergreen stone, whether from the 16th, 15th, 12th century to the 21st century. The emerald, just like Mercury and Gemini, crosses between people of hardlining opinions and enchants and attracts everybody. If you want to know more about gemstones, more about Vedic astrology, and more about jewelry history, then do follow this channel, do subscribe to the channel, do like the video, and do share it with your friends. I'll see you the next time. Bye.